Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lion's Den with your host, the Queen Lioness herself, Simone A. Nicholas. This your man on the mic, goes by the name of Uncle Laze, on the world famous OSG and MOP First Family. And now, let me bring you our host, the Queen herself, Sister Simone A. Nicholas, the Lioness. OSG in the house, sister. We rocking. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Feels good, sis. How you doing?
Listen.
Oh man, I'm rocking today. Shout out to my homegirl Moni Love and my
Moni in the middle. Whew.
Nice.
Hey, everybody out there. Welcome to Live in the Lion's Den. I am that one, that woman, that queen, that chick, the Queen Lioness from Off School Grounds, otherwise known as OSG.
Let's go.
I am honored to be here with who? The infamous Uncle Laze of the infamous MOP.
World famous, most dangerous queen. I'm glad to be here with you. I mean, honestly, you know, I have carried my water for a lesser person. And let me tell you something. It's an honor to carry water for the queen. That's what I'm saying.
Oh man. So, you know, we had a little hiatus, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, we were traveling and doing a number of things and items in November, but we're back.
We are back.
We're back. Third Fridays coming to you live. Third Fridays on the official Off School Grounds Network, also sponsored by the James-Poppington Network. So please, if you're on our YouTube channel right now, click that little red button that says subscribe. Because, you know, it makes no sense. We have over 6,000 followers on IG, and we only have like 48 on YouTube.
We'll get them. No, we'll get them. It's organic. You know, it's an organic vibe. Everybody's going to come. It'll be here in a second. It's going to be a great time. Trust me. This is all brand new. We're going to have some fun here.
All right. So, of course, how you been, Unc? How you doing?
I'm excellent. You know, first of all, I want to shout out my whole OSG family. It's almost a year since we all started getting together, since this COVID thing came down. And the fact is our family has gone very strong. And it's almost like our community is great and we have willed some amazing things to happen. I want to shout out to, I'm going to let you do that, but there's a lot of great changes in the world today. And I'm glad that you are a part of my life because trust me, this OSG thing is real, man. Shout out to Easy Breezy McKeezy, the whole McKeezy family, and my whole OSG posse, everybody. Dr. Actions, Alex Ball, everybody, man. It's love, man. It's beautiful, man. Akbar Cook. A lot of great people out there, man. It's a family affair. Shout them out.
We're knee deep. All right. I mean, we have the OSG family. Everyone, you can find us on Instagram. You can look us up at the official Off School Grounds, or even if you do hashtag OSG, you're going to find us. So, you already mentioned, you know, our founder, our visionary, that Easy Breezy, Dennis McKeezy, and the First Lady, Boss Lady D, Denise.
First Lady.
Yeah. All right.
She about her business. She don't play around. She about her business.
Okay.
Pristine score in the house. You know what I'm saying? She don't play.
Of course, you know, I don't begin without shouting out the love of my life, the Lion.
Oh yeah, you got to give the Lion. You got to give the Lion his props. I don't want no smoke with the Lion.
Sounds like he's waking up.
Oh my goodness.
We gotta give the Lion his smoke, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because, you know, the Lion, you know, he always comes in like he's quiet. Oh, he's so sweet. He's a lamb. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely the king of this castle.
Yeah.
And the love of my life and our blended family of my babies and my bonus babies. So I love you, Stafford Nicholas Jr. and my baby and bonus baby, my baby Christopher Houston, my 3 wedding gifts, Stafford III and Sanaya Nicholas.
Nice.
You're my everything, my 5 heartbeats right there. So I just we see my brother Ak is on, the Deputy Fia is on, Principal Pearls, Anisha Echo is on.
Yeah.
But hold up, and that action Remember, after watching the Lions Den, don't forget to subscribe to Ask Dr. Riley on YouTube for the Ask Dr. Riley show. You just wrapped up a whole season of Ask Dr. Riley. So I see you, Dr. Action.
First of all, let me just say this, Queen Lioness. That Ask Dr. Riley show was an amazing. Shout to Dr. Riley, Anissa Riley. I mean, what she did and put together a season of something talking about sexual trauma, and the way she wrapped it all up into a nice little button. I mean, that's binge watch material right there, man. Shout to Dr. Riley and the whole OSG network. Trust me, she
healing.
Oh, yes.
We have more OSG family that's logged on. I see my principal Ray, who came to Slay. That principal Ray didn't ask you.
Ooh, that's my sis right there. I love her.
You better get it right. And then, of course, don't forget about, Light Flex. Come on.
Light Flex.
Light Flex.
Shout.
Light Flex. Yes. Principal Sasudas. Y'all my people. Dr. Malik. Let's go over to Newark. I have to say it correctly. Because we're from Brooklyn. So we say Newark, but they say Newark. So, we talked about Brother Act, talked about, Brother Moody. But then don't forget, Kiki spitting bars, Principal Sakina Pitts.
Oh, yeah, Kiki. Newark. Yo, she's the bomb. Yo, Kiki is the bomb, man. She's the bomb, sis.
And then our, Southern Belle, Mother Love, Principal Constance. Yes, Constance Goodwine Lewis. So, all of this comes together. And as I mentioned, my thorn brother from another mother in my side, but I love him like I love, red Kool-Aid, Dame Dash. So thank you, Poppington. Thank you, Poppington.
Oh, man, Dame.
So I think that we have, given our shout outs, but, as far as the founders, I like to, to call ourselves and for what we do. And I just want to ensure that we, say hello to everyone who has taken your time every third Friday to come and visit us in the Lions Den. So, Unc, since last time we've been here,
yes,
we were talking about the importance of the vote. And, we had our other OSG mayor, my BFF in my head, Mayor Sean Patterson Howard. And we were talking about Black womanhood and the importance and the history of what we've done in order to impact the vote. And now look at Mayor Sean as the first African-American, the first African-American female, the first of everything holding it down in Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
And guess what happened November 3rd?
Yeah.
Okay, where's the drum roll? What happened November 3rd? Sister Kamala is now my sister,
Kamala,
Vice President-elect. In a couple of weeks, I get to throw away the word elect. Sister Kamala Harris, come visit us on the Lions Den, Sister Kamala. We would love to have you on.
Kamala. And
President-elect Joe Biden, otherwise known as Uncle Joe from our forever President Obama. I'm so grateful that we have, and then also an educator. Sorry for not finishing my sentence, but I'm so excited.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, get it to us.
As the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden.
Jill Biden, doctor.
Boom.
Dr. Jill. The thing is, let me just say this. Well, normally, on my Raw Perspective show, I talk a lot about Kamala, but I'm gonna be nice on the Lions Den, even though I still think she's my ex-girlfriend, Kamala.
There we go.
Anyway.
There we go.
Anyway,
Kamala.
But I got to tell you this. I want to share a secret with you, Queen Lion. Is it okay on your show that I share a secret?
Is it okay if Uncle Laze shares a secret?
Yes, I'm going to share a secret.
The secret, everyone.
Yeah.
Don't tell, okay? Because it's a secret. Shh. Yes.
You know she's gonna be president, right?
I don't think that's a secret.
I just want to throw that out there.
Yes. And so, I also want to send my prayers and my best wishes. Unfortunately, I'm not a Georgia voter, but ensure that, we do what we need to do in Georgia. Flip it blue. Do what we got to do.
Get out there and vote. Get out there and vote because, you have to understand, they wanted to suppress this vote. And you understand when they're saying that it's a rigged election, what's rigged is the fact that we came out there as African-Americans and voted. We did it in 2008. We did it in 2020. And we're going to keep doing it. If we keep doing it, then we can control our own narrative. Ain't that right, Queen?
Oh my goodness. And then, the demographic that made it happen for all of these states who were traditionally red that turned blue, the demographic was between 18 to 30, but then you can't deny the power of the woman and the women vote.
That's right.
We made it happen. And, that's what the Lions Den is all about. It is about everything Black woman, our culture, our families, our efficiency, effectiveness, the essence of everything that is about Black woman, our growth, our leadership, everything. Oh, thank you for my little roars. I appreciate that.
See, I got the Queen Lioness.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about education. It's just about time for us to get to our special guest. And oh my goodness, let me tell you about our special guest. She, of course, has over 20 years of educational leadership expertise. And, she contributes to like writing curriculum. She has, executed highly rated professional development so that she is transforming adults so that we can transform the lives of children. She has held a various myriad amount of titles within the education profession. She is also a coach. She also has a podcast. She also writes articles. I can just keep talking about also. When I say mentor, when I say coach, when I say proud to be Black woman and everything that is the essence of how we are transforming ourselves into leaders in leadership, and that's what I call queens in training. This is the person you want to follow and find. And so, without further ado, it is my distinct honor to welcome to the Lions Den, Dr. Maurice D. Govaya. Let's give it up for Dr. Maury. Woo!
Dr. Maury. Let her in, people. Let her in. Security, let her in.
Hold on now. It's not Dr. Maury. Yes. Woo.
We got her. We got you, Doc.
Yeah.
That was a great intro.
Well, thank you.
Hello, Doc. You're in. Can we hear her? Yeah, she's great.
We're about to hear her. We're about to
hear
her. Hey, Dr.
Hey, Lions Den.
Oh my goodness. We're going to see Dr. Maury soon as she's able to get her camera on. But there's so many lists of everything.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Woo! There's so many lists of everything that you have done. It's like this hour is not enough time to even do it justice. But of course, permission to welcome the honorable, the incomparable Dr. Maury D. Govaya to the Lions Den. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Lioness. Thanks for having me. Thanks, Uncle Laze, for having me.
Yes. Glad to be here. Blessed with your presence. Blessed with your presence. That's what I'm saying.
Sir. So let me tell you how in the beginning, I kind of had to stalk Dr. Maury on social media.
That's a true story.
Because I was like, we don't really know each other, but I follow your accomplishments. So it just so means that we have to be. I don't know, that's not me. That's okay. And that's because it's real. So, I followed her accomplishments. A couple of years ago is when I had bumped into the Urban Vanguard, and I'll let her talk about the Urban Vanguard. And particularly, there was a podcast talked about who was I created for. And the Urban, and it's not that you're listening for it, 2 hours. It's really literally about 10 to 15 minutes.
10 minutes, yep.
10 to 15 minutes. And so just to begin, if I may quote, just out the gate, it wasn't even 60 seconds in, Dr. Maury said, each and every one of us was created to contribute a unique purpose to this life. And pause. I replayed that over and over and over again because You know, when you're in your 40s, knocking on 50, in your 50s, sometimes we're like, wow, what is my purpose? And then as Black women, we're used to the nurturer. We're the provider, the nurturer, the organizer, the manager. We sacrifice. Sacrifice is in our DNA, that we don't know how to really define self. And then, to quote Dr. Maury, say, find out what is my unique purpose in this life. So that floored me. And so I said, I got to find her. So we were at an educational event.
A conference,
Yes. And so she's definitely one that you will notice in stature. And she can be silent, but the presence there is just, it's drawing. So, people was waiting online to talk to her. I said, like she, Michelle Obama, people waiting online, like, so me, I don't do rules very well all the time. I cut the line. I said, hey.
You cut the line, Queen?
I cut the line.
I did. I cut the line because, everybody was following the rule. It was a long line to the right. And I saw I had ample opportunity. So I took it. I said, hello, Dr. Moore.
There's a powerful lesson in that before you go forward with the doctor. Sometimes we, as African-American people, we have to learn to cut the line if we need to get something done. So there you go.
We get ahead.
So I definitely cut the line. I introduced myself. I said, well, we don't really know each other, but we should. We are, she agreed to let me be friends with her on social media. I followed her. I said, there's no way. I even was like, talking to another, some other mutual friends of ours. I was like, listen, I would love to be in the same space just so that I can hear and learn. So Dr. Maury, enough with me talking about you. I want everybody to see what I see, because I'm excited right now. And I just can't get enough of the fact that you made it to the last stand.
I'm so excited to be here. I cannot thank you enough for this invite. And I want to begin with, the reality, my reality is at least, that we are all points of attraction for one another. So everything that you said about me, you only can say it because you are it. I'm just going to say that. I got to say that, right? We're not able to generate or create who we are not. You can't see what you don't have, So I just want to start there. So for all those accolades, and thank you so much. That is who you are as well, Lioness. That's who you are as well. So yes, hello everyone. I am Dr. Maury DeGovaya, and as Lioness shared, I am the Maverick Maven and leader of the Urban Vanguard. So the Urban Vanguard is a platform for 21st century leaders who are mavericks of their own lives. And the mission within the Urban Vanguard is to ensure that listeners and participants are winners. I like to see people win. I like to see children win, men and women win. And yes, as a Black woman, that's my package. That's how I have shown up in this world. And I am a stand to see Black women win. And all too often, you're right, we are the ones who are constantly giving. And at times we get to learn what it means to lean back and get caught, be lifted, be held, be guided. A few moments ago, I was struggling with my Christmas tree, and I'm like, okay, I'm calling the troops, gonna help me get this Christmas tree to stand up in the stand. You get to get help. And that's something I really wish more Black women understood. That while you are the matriarch and while you are the nurturer, you too get to be nurtured. You too get to be lifted. All too often, sometimes we burn ourselves out to the point of depletion, especially you see it in leadership. I am an educator here in New York City, and I love my work, and I've learned to turn off my work, especially in these times when we're leading in unprecedented territory. Nobody's ever managed and led schools in the middle of a pandemic. We do need to take a moment and just breathe. And, whether it's yoga or some mindfulness or Netflix and chill, whatever it is you got to do, you got to relax yourself sometimes and really restore and replenish. You can't keep giving, because you will hit that E button. And then that's where things just go terribly wrong. So when doing the Urban Vanguard, one of the pieces that I'm always aiming for is to lift up wellness and who are you for this world? Because we do get to contribute. If you look at your fingerprints, like one of my favorite speeches I've given to kids Especially at graduations. If you look at your hands, we all have our own unique fingerprint, right?
Lines that tell
Yeah,
us.
these are yours.
That was in the first one. That was in what was I created for?
Yeah, because if you put your hand in some ink and you put it on a piece of paper, you're the only person who can make that mark, which lets you know that you're creator, that you are divine, and that your creator has intended you for a particular purpose. So figure out what that is and put your mark on it, because you get to be here, and you don't need permission to do it either. That's the exciting part.
I see that now. That is powerful. That's the piece that I think everybody needs to hear again. Let them know you do not need permission to be your own unique self.
Nope, you get to, and unapologetically too, right?
Thank you for saying it. Thank you for saying it.
That's my favorite word.
I was going next. Laze, let me tell you what else is going on with Dr. Maury. So one morning I woke up and, we have a gazillion group me, WhatsApp, text messages, whatever app it is, to allow people to come together in a space, all in a group. So this time was WhatsApp, and I feel like it had, I don't know, 100, 200, 2,000, who knows? But I was invited to a space called Unapologetically Unleashed. And the title alone, Unapologetically Unleashed, is freeing, because once Dr. Maury said, you don't need permission, a word, you just go do. And so can you talk about Unapologetically Unleashed? Because if you notice, it's you too, right?
Absolutely, you too, yes. So Unapologetically Unleashed is the brainchild of myself and Dr. Mia Pate. Shout out to Dr. Pate. That's one of my hearts right there.
Shout out Dr. Mia Teresa Pate. You are doing an awesome job. If nobody told you today, I am.
Yeah, she is my thought partner, friend, sister. I love her to pieces. And basically, we are on our journey as educators and thinking about, you mentioned about being in your 40s. I don't know, did Mia hit 40? I think Mia did. I think she did hit there yet. I'm in it. And you get to still dream. You get to still dream. Like, that's another thing I want people to know. You get to still dream and have new goals, right? And sometimes when you're really accomplished and you hear the Dr. Maury, no, there's more. There's more than just a doctorate or, family and all. It's wonderful. We say thank you for all that we've attained, but you get to still, once you're alive, like I'm all about get 100% of your life. So we're talking one day about like 100%, because some people are living 20% of their life. And I want to make that clear. That's real.
Right, because you're spending 100% of your check from taxes. We need to be able to recoup 100% of our lives.
100% of your life. Like live out loud boldly. And Mia and I were talking about, who are we? And we are definitely a stand for women. Mia has the Parenting Cove. She's also an educator. She does amazing things in her world. And we're still dreaming, and we're still building, and we're still growing from where we are. Our seeds are in fertile ground. So Unapologetically Unleashed is one of those seeds that have been blooming. We basically have enrolled and have this team of women who are extraordinary. So everything from, I released the podcast, some are former podcasts I'll bring forward. Mia will bring forward the challenge. And within the challenge, people have for the week, if you listen to What Was I Created For, Mia will give you a challenge to help you think through that for the week. And women have been responding to this. People have been joining in. So of course we began with our warm crew, and Lioness, you were in the warm crew, you were in the phone. And then all of a sudden there's women on there. I'm like, I don't know you, but okay, you're welcome. Welcome, sis, no problem. Let's do this. Right. And it's been exciting to watch, right? Because what we see happening, our women are just innovating and being entrepreneurs. Mia herself has a fantastic event coming up on January 9th. So check that out. Look up the Parenting Cove. It's hot. It's a nurturing event for women, actually.
Dr. Mia, if you're on YouTube right now, put it in our YouTube chat so that we can also ensure that we promote it through OSG.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. So that's coming up on January 9th, Nurture You. And that's the kind of things that we're working on. We just want women to feel like, you know what, you've got a business going, you're building up something, post it in this group, right? And share, because that's the thing about it. Like sometimes we don't share as women, as Black women, we keep these things to ourselves. And then if you're doing that, you're not in contribution because you are the answer somebody's been waiting for. So when you have an idea and you're ready to put your fingerprint on something, you need to have the courage to move forward and do it because you're the only one who actually can do it, right? I can't have your voice, Lioness. I can't have your voice, Laze, right? You're the ones with your own voice. So we need to know who you are. And it's only through sharing and being in contribution that we get to see that and experience it. So you're unapologetic.
I want to say something.
Another piece.
Wow. Let me tell you something. I want to say something to you, and pardon me for interrupting, because what I like to make sure that I always make sure that this space is a safe space for women. And my minor contribution is just really to be a shoulder if you guys need to step on for whatever reason, you know, or be a shield. As I said, men are supposed to be our shield, you know, as a Black man.
How he stuck his chest out when he said that.
I appreciate that.
Very proud to. I'm unapologetically a Black man. Okay.
All right, yes. And we love unapologetic Black men.
But let me say something. When you said feel free to lead, I mean, that really touched me because I feel that so many people are burdened up inside, hamsterized, if you call it, and that non-ability to that not being fearful to leap and do what you have to do, and then have to, even if you make a mistake, if you bump your head, like I always say, it doesn't matter if you make a mistake, as long as you're honest about who you are as a person. If you find out who you are and you're being honest and you make a mistake, that's fine. Because we're supposed to be, we're flawed. We're all flawed individuals. And our goal is to get back and give it back to God a little bit better than when he gave it to us, you know? Yeah. You know, so trust me, sister, I am so inspired. And I'm gonna get on out the way, but I just wanted to put a little pin in that little thing you said, because I love that. And I think if more people in our community were a little more fearless about doing what they need to do, we would be in a much better space. Thank you so much.
100%. Awesome. I mean, this is, you're given this one life, and it's to live it out loud and go forward. I've watched so many talented people waiting to be called or waiting for their turn or choose me. Choose yourself.
Hello.
You know, and that's another thing, right? How are people going to choose you if you don't choose you? Right? Like I'm really big on the law of attraction and how that works out, and being a point of attraction. Like when certain things happen, I'm like, oh, you know what? There's something in me that brought that forward, right? I'm able to see that thing. There's something in me that sees it, right? Because everybody may look at it like it's like art, right? If we all looked at the same piece of art, you may walk away with one thing. I'm walking away with something different. It's what's inside of you that what makes you have the vision that you have. And to not share that vision with the world, I think it's so selfish. Like, don't, you know, you can't die with your music in you. You got to let that out. So even if you sing off key, just sing. You know, God, you got to go for it.
Give them everything. Leave it here.
Leave it on the floor.
That's right.
Leave it all on the floor.
Hey, sister, hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. By the way, just so you know, and I know that Sister Simone, the Queen Lioness, she probably invited you, but I'm gonna step out and invite you to our Thursday meetup at 4:00, and you'll see the whole.
That's already done.
I know you did it already. I just want to be, you know.
Yes.
Already done. You know what you mean?
I know. Absolutely.
You know. Absolutely. That this is not, you know, just an event. This is not just one event, you know, for Dr. Maury in and out. No, this.
So we're welcoming a new OSG family member. Does Dr. Maury get the jacket? Does Dr. Maury get the jacket?
Dr. Maury gets a jacket.
Oh, I got a jacket? Oh,
okay. Listen, Dr. Maury.
All right.
You hear that, CEO Dennis?
Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dr. Maury gets the jacket.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate that.
I'm co-signing it. Dr. Maury absolutely gets the jacket.
And Uncle will even come and physically get you to ensure that you go and get size for the jacket.
Oh, that's what's up.
I was scolded. I was scolded for doing that. But let me just say this for Dr. Maury, I will definitely make sure that jacket gets to you, size and prize, and all the jackets are custom fit to each individual person's, and they have your own thing. So we got you, Doctor. You're gonna be.
I'm ready. I know the right tribe when I find it. I love it. Listen, and so one of the other things that me and Dr. Maury have in common is that we are serving thousands of communities thousands of people within the community of Queens. Even though we're Brooklynites, we are serving Queens. So the Queens are in Queens, holding it down to ensure that we are training Queens.
Absolutely.
So that we can further our community. So one of the other pieces, that I discovered, Laze, about Dr. Maury a couple of years ago is that, she's like the trainer person. And so through pieces of different organizations, she will kind of not scold you, but kind of coach you through life and show you how to be also somebody else's mentorship. That's not easy with Black women in general. So while you meet her, going back again, as I mentioned, I cut the line. She was somebody who I was absolutely drawn to. And throughout these past couple of years, we have been in different locations, and she has absolutely been unapologetically her. Particularly the last time that we were all able to be together was really like February, March.
Mm-hmm.
In February, you didn't see her. You saw me though, because that music was popping. And let that soca come on. Let that soca come on, and specifically shout out to Marshall Montana.
Is that your music of choice, Doctor? You like the soca music? You like the soca music? Is that what it is?
Throw on that family.
My knees are up. Knees up.
Listen, because even though she may be one that just has presence when we're around people, don't think that she, come Labor Day that she's not out playing mas.
Right. I mean, that's a part of being unapologetic, right? I mean, both my parents are from Trinidad. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Trinidad.
Wait, I'm Trini.
I'm a Trini, sing-songy Trini. That's right. And I love that part of myself, that I know both worlds. I know American culture and I know West Indian culture. I'm that Trini. Like,
and so sometimes we go back and forth because I misspelled whining one time, and she's like, "That's what they do in Guyana."
I was like, "Is that how they spell in Guyana?
Is that how they do it in Guyana?" No, you better let her know, mommy. Yeah, so
I have to tease Simone, because Guyana's in South America, but you're part of the West Indies. We we love you. Guyana is like the honorary West Indian.
So that's why. Right, but we can't even say it's in the West Indies. It's part of the Caribbean, but
it's a part of the Caribbean.
Darling, you better know.
I think that's it's an important part of. I love Trini culture. Yes, I'm a carnival baby. I was actually conceived in February. I am a carnival baby, right? Like I am. I am.
Yes.
And it's a part of how I was raised, and I'm not letting it go. And there was a time, and like this whole, Black women and how we show up in spaces, right? You want to keep that low because you don't want anybody to see you in your costume. And I'm just like, that's a part of who I am,
Mm-hmm.
Greeks break plates at weddings. They break plates. We play in costumes. That's what we do.
Now the next question is, you got to have some pictures of you in the costume. I got to see the costume now.
Of course she does. So Dr. Maury's gonna let us know where we can follow her. Urban Vanguard.
Yes, absolutely. I'm on my government name is on Facebook.
Yes.
And the Urban Vanguard is on the Digo Vaya Group. Actually, is my company. So the Digo Vaya Group is my Instagram page. So last name is up here. So the Digo Vaya Group LLC. You can find me on Instagram easily that way. And the Urban Vanguard podcast is on SoundCloud.
So we got all of that. And for those of you that missed it, when you re-watch this episode, just hit pause. And again, if you're on with us today and you're on Off School Grounds, make sure you click that little red button that says subscribe. Because again, Dr. Maury has subscribers, Laze has thousands of subscribers on various social media platforms, but why we had 48 followers was beyond me. So trust me, after this, we might be up to 488.
4,000 or 400,000. But I got a question for you, Dr. Maury. Let me just ask you this question. And I always divert to the Queen, but I want to ask you a question. So I want to create a scenario, an opportunity, and I want to know how you handle it. So we're having a meeting. Someone calls you to the White House. In the room is Kamala Harris, Dr. Jill Biden, and Stacey Abrams. And they want to talk about what would you do for education in the urban communities in this country.
Oh,
What do you tell them?
Okay, here we go.
First, you gotta.
I anticipate this conversation. Practice. Okay, step one. Step one. Our children need qualified teachers. Excellent qualified teachers. And we're going to begin in the highest needs communities that are often hard to attract those teachers. We do have people who go into teaching and they go to top colleges, but when they graduate, they don't choose urban communities that are hard to serve. So we need some incentives around how are we going to get our most qualified, smartest, brightest college graduates who say, I want to teach, to go into urban communities so our babies get the best teachers. That's number one. Number two, I would say one thing that has come up within this time period of COVID-19 has been directly correlated to the digital divide that we are experiencing. And when I think about the digital divide, I've been having a lot of conversations trying to figure out ways in which we can get more devices into the hands of every child so that that is not a gap. It's not about right now, it's about fall 2021, when we go back and we get to figure out how are we going to use technology to actually keep our children connected in spaces where there has been a lot of loss. Because right now we are experiencing a lot of instructional loss, whether it be because of the digital divide piece, accessibility to getting to school, people are fearful, people are scared. So there's a lot of loss happening right now. So if we were to think in the future, we would want to make sure that technology is a great part of how our children learn to cope with and engage with that loss. The next piece I would work on, because we've gone through what we've gone through, is a lot of supports around social emotional learning, not only for children, but for teachers and leaders.
Oh, yes.
See, to keep on showing up to work every day in the middle of a pandemic is a challenge. And for the leaders who have chosen to keep on showing up, I mean, we have real heroes in our schools right now, the teachers and the children. Like, wellness needs to be a factor considered for all parties. You see, because, you know, we've all heard that saying, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. At this point, the village is compromised. So we've got to do some healing in the village if we want to see our children be well. Again, back to the points of attraction, right? We can't expect our children to do better than we can if we're not there. So there's got to be a lot of nurturing around that. So those would be my big three. Like, let's push for higher quality teaching. Let's close the digital divide, and let's make sure that the entire village is well, so that we are actually able to, because, you know, that Maslow piece, I can't believe Abraham Maslow is still relevant.
Yes, right, his hierarchy.
That hierarchy is real. If you don't have that first tier of safety, food, shelter, I feel good, I can come and show up, I'm not going to be able to learn. So the wellness piece is key, especially after this season of COVID-19, where there's been just loss after loss after loss.
Well, you know, I got to say this, and I just think it's important that's why I asked the question, because I want that question out in the universe, because it's game time now for us. It's game time for our children. And I feel this is the first time, and I'm a little bit older than you guys. And so I was watching Generations. This is sort of the first time that I actually am seeing just a beautiful, and it's the women. I say this all the time. You guys are going to show us how to do this properly, and really, you guys are going to fix this, because you guys understand. This is the first time I'm seeing top tier educated women coming out of HBCUs, coming all over the place, that are out there doing their thing, and now it's on y'all. Y'all got to fix us, and I have no problem with sitting back there and listen. I'll be a shield if you need me. We'll stand on the front line and make sure you guys are protected.
This is coming out again.
I love that.
Remember, I'll be a shield.
Yeah, I'll be a shield.
I love it.
I say it all day with my chest, but
yes, sir.
My job, because you guys know exactly what to do, and we need more of you, Dr. Maury. Am I talking too much, Sister Lioness?
No, you are not talking too much, because there are so many different elements that make up Dr. Maury. So watch this, Laze. Another thing that we have in common. If you would choose a song or an artist, and get ready, because you got to get ready to play this, Uncle Laze, okay? Who would you choose? Dr. Maury, what's the artist that you would choose?
Oh, my favorite artist? the greatest artist of all time, of my generation, ever, to bless the planet, Prince Rogers Nelson, the one, only. Gotta say the whole name. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Dr. Prince Rogers Nelson, because he was given a doctorate. Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
All right. So listen, you're supposed to have the Prince ready.
First of all, not only I got Prince ready, you know, and I don't want to tell my Prince story, but the Queen, my wife, is the biggest. You think? I mean, listen, trust me, it's no joke. It's no joke in this house.
Does she have a show though dedicated to Prince? Because you know I had a show.
I got B cuts ready. I got stuff that he just laying around. Hey,
hold on. A moment, please.
Hey, they love Prince. It's a Prince moment. Sing along, y'all.
Come on now.
And I just pray that the educated Prince just cut out this part. So,
just so you know, not only do I have to go to the Revolution when they come and play in different areas, I went to Brooklyn to this theater where they had an orchestra playing Prince.
Yes, I was there.
You were there? You were there that night? I was like, there's an orchestra playing.
Yes,
Prince.
it was beautiful.
Yeah, he loved it.
Excuse me, sir. She has a show.
I have a show
dedicated to Prince.
The Purple Paradigm. Shout out to my co-host Robin Shoemaze.
Oh my gosh. See that?
I've been Prince fan since I was 9.
Yeah, we in trouble now.
Oh, I'm that Prince fan. I'm like, I have a friend of mine who I had sent him a Dropbox of some Prince music.
Right.
And when he came back, he came to me, he said, so apparently I am a light lavender, because I am deep.
Yeah,
deep
you deep purple?
I'm deep purple. I'm B-sides, bootlegs. I'm that type of purple.
Hey, we're gonna have us a Prince party today, y'all. We're gonna have us a Prince party today. Come on now. And while we having a Prince party,
oh man.
Let me show you the OSG jacket that we're gonna get you.
All right, I love it. Okay. I'm gonna look good in that. I like that. I'm gonna give you a Prince. See, that's hot right there.
Oh wow. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He really is my favorite artist.
There was no way that we were going to not have Prince in the Lion's Den.
He's amazing though. He's an amazing artist, and you know, Robin and I. It took us a while to get it together after he passed away, but we were like, we're not going to let another year go by without people being able to, one, make connection to him, Joel Jones, because I love my momentum.
Yes.
Everybody's looking for that road. You just take a class. It's dope. Shout out to Robinson and to Marilyn on that. And I've done work there, and I've done work in other organizations as well. But the bottom line is, when you start that type of discovery and you realize, oh, wait a minute, I didn't know that I didn't know that I didn't know that. Like, I'll give you a prime example. Like, being independent, being strong, oh, that was dope in my 20s and in my 30s. But then when I had children in my 40s, oh, you better learn to reach your hand out and ask for some support.
Oh, what?
Because that independent thing is crippling you.
Listen, and shout out to single mothers everywhere. You know, I was a single mom, and I absolutely empathize, because
yes, it's real.
Absolutely be a humbling yet rewarding, yet definitely need for the village to
experience
raising your child, and as you're learning, oh yes.
Yeah, so like that's a prime example, right? So like that's something we want our girls to be strong. We want our girls to be empowered. But to what point? Right? Mm-hmm. I remember years ago, like it's like 5 years back, I was like, oh, this is not working. Change, right? Like this is not working. Right? Okay. And I realized how many times, and I realized also how many amazing people I had around me who were like, I'll help you if you want. And I was like, no, I'm good. Right? Because that independent piece, at one point it did work. But now at that point, it wasn't working anymore. So when I've bridged the spiritual and transformation, like the Bible is definitely an amazing guide. It is definitely a word that has been proven time and time again. It is timeless. And then what the transformation work has done is help me navigate the human part of the experience. Mm-hmm. Are you aware that you do that stuff that doesn't quite serve, sis? Abandon it. right? And
that's powerful. That's
powerful. It is, because we sometimes, again, we're so entrenched with what we've been doing that we can't unsee it. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you got, like, Sister Yanlo would say, do your work, right? You got to do your work.
I mean, yell at you, do your work. Right.
Do your work, get on that path to self-discovery. And it may be looking in the mirror every day until you see what God sees.
Oh, amen. All
right. Like, it's there. It's who you are. It's who you've been created to be. It's that fingerprint, but you get to really be with you. Right. So the spiritual and the transformation work comes together to serve the whole you. And it has been, the last 5 years of my life have definitely been a deeper. I mean, in my 20s, please, I have studied Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity. I have been down. I was vegan for a hot minute. You figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Wait.
Right? You got to do what you got to do.
Wait, did you say that you was a Trini who was vegan?
I was. That was an interesting experience, because it was like,
but the
Curry side of the family was cool with it.
Against Trini vegans, but I love curry goat. There's just a bottom.
Of course, and I'm back there again. I eat it now. It was my 20s. It was a moment.
Yes.
But, like, you explore, right? And until you discover, and then one day, you keep on doing the work, and then one day you look in the mirror and you see what God sees, and that is the most powerful day of all.
It goes back to what you're saying about being unapologetic about it. It's being unapologetic about your journey, because your journey is your individual journey. A couple of things you touched on. I don't want to gloss over something. You say some amazing things today, and a couple of things you talked about was the power of the village and the power of accepting the village.
Yes.
I think that's very important. We got to accept that village, because
coachability is an art.
Yeah, absolutely.
People will be willing to support you, hold you up, hold your hand, take you wherever you need to be. But sometimes, and I'm gonna say this specifically to Black women, you get to be helped, sis.
Yes.
And your inability to receive help, that's a post-traumatic sign. Like, you're stressed in a different way. When you're not able to receive help, when you're not able to rest at night, that's a different type of stress that you're carrying. And again, you may have more normalized that because you've always been the one to carry the weight on your shoulders, but you don't have to do that. Especially if you have people who you call family and friends, if they really truly are, and I'm very blessed in that way to have an amazing family, and I have an amazing tribe of friends, male and female, who are, anchors. And if you let them, they'll be with you. But especially Black women, that's a message for Black women, especially.
It really is.
You get to be lifted.
And we can bring it back to the word, because even Proverbs 31 says, she rises while it is still night.
Yes.
Give instructions for her handservants, which means what? She had help.
Yeah, had help. The Proverbs 31 woman had help.
She had help. She was a woman of noble character and had help.
She had help.
Yes.
You don't have to be the one to do everything by yourself.
Take the cape off, ma'am.
Oh, let me tell you something. That used to be one of my things. I was like, hey, I've hung the cape up. I'm not that person.
Listen, I use the cape when I play Mas, and otherwise it's hung up. It's over there.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, and let me say, the cape is a beautiful thing, right? It's a regal, beautiful thing. But if the cape has become a burden and unreasonable and unapologetic against yourself, take off the cape.
Oh yes, because once you start piling everybody else's items, issues, burdens, the cape starts getting torn, starts getting, tethered. It's just
but it's not your cape anymore. It's everybody else's stuff on your cape.
But while everybody else is free, because they dumped it on your cape.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. But you and I, we could keep on talking. He'll be back. I know you're a man of many unspoken words, but
I'm making sure I get the music right.
I'm like,
I'm making sure I get the music right. I redeemed. I'm making sure I get the music right.
He had a mini Prince concert.
he wants some of yours, but not
I
some of
appreciate
mine.
that.
No, listen, let me tell you something. In my house, I'm getting some good points in the house because I got the biggest Prince fan in the world right here. Won't even get on camera, but she is the biggest Prince fan in the world right here.
Yes.
Her and the doctor right there. They rock it right there.
Mr. Laze. So
Yes.
we're almost out of time, Dr. Maury, but I just want to make sure.
I'm having so much fun today.
It goes quickly.
Yes.
I just wanted to acknowledge that I acknowledged you. You are absolutely an inspiration. I am grateful that God put us in the same space and place in order for us to be where we are right now. Laze.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're not doing that one right now. That's not here.
That's not right.
That's not here. That's the after party.
Am I a little too much? Is that over?
That was great. I appreciate that track though.
Wait, hold up. Listen, once we're no longer live, you can put that on.
Yeah. I have to get God out, and then I drop that joint on. It might not be cool.
Love
it. Shout out to OSG, my OSG family, please. I want to reiterate, the OSG family is here for you, Doc. And trust me, we have just sliced the top layer off this onion. I mean, we're gonna do. I see it. We're gonna do so many great things together. I just can't.
Absolutely.
Laze got so excited. He kind of was very much lioning today because normally he'll kind of fall back.
I do.
And me and the guest will have an excellent conversation, which we still had, and we had a phenomenal conversation today.
No, it's great.
Unc was in his element, and so I'm proud of you, Unc. That's okay. It's all right. So you know what? Maybe we'll come back for part 2.
I'm down.
Oh, we love.
I'm down. And if I may pour into you for a moment, Lioness, before I go.
Yes.
Thank you for creating this platform and seeing women in such a powerful way. The future is female, and you are leading the way. And I thank you for the opportunity. I thank you for your voice, and I thank you for your presence and standing in your truth, because we are benefiting from it. So I thank you for that. And Uncle Laze, you keep that music going. I appreciate you for the B-sides.
All praise and glory goes to God.
Yes, all the time.
Glory goes to God. He is, of course, the author, the finisher, the alpha and the omega of everything that is in my life. So, let me remind everybody, I am that one, that chick, but I also always have to remember the queens that came before me, those who are with us today, and those who have also gone on in spiritual essence. I am Simone A. Nicholas. I am the granddaughter of Gretchen and Ruth, bless them in heaven. I am the daughter and bonus daughter of Andrea and Rashida, bless them in physical form. I am the bonus mother of Sanaya. I love you, my bonus baby girl. And of course, I am the queen auntie of Nicole, Jasmine, Jade, Aaliyah, and Hannah. And very importantly, of course, I am his queen to the lion, Stafford Nicholas Jr. I love you. So, my dears, thank you everyone for joining us for this episode of The Lion Sense. We look forward to seeing you again third Fridays on OSG Network, also streaming on the Dane Network. Thank you, Brother Dane, aka Poppington. Shout out to all of my OSG family. Thank you. Shout out to my mentors, the people in my village, the strong women that came before me, the strong women that will walk after me, and the strong women who are beside me, such as the incomparable Urban Vanguard, Dr. Mauricia D. Govaya. This is for us, my dear. Thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can find me on Instagram at OSG Queen Lioness, but I gotta let you follow me. So make sure you request it. Thank you, Uncle Laze. Can't do this without you, my dear.
Love you, sis. You know that.
All right.
My lioness.
Thank you, everyone. And enjoy these
great show.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy 2021.